Thank you.
Okay, Councilor Chilton, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, welcome. We know you were trying to get in, it was on our end, I apologize. Oh, yes, I see, okay, so we're still in the visitor comment period, would anybody else like to speak?
Ray again. So I'm glad that Council Berkeley has actually admitted that
The name is Berkeley.
that he
Behind it, you know that.
money as he said he was going to, that he's setting an account, we're just supposed to trust him. Again, I would ask that we should audit his funds since he's giving the individual money. But my main comment was for the, and if you want to interrupt people in the future, I'll be happy to do it to you. And then the other thing is about the police station. This has been a cluster from the beginning, continues to be a cluster. And I am in huge objection that any of you could be objective in making that decision. You have a counselor here who actually made the motion to reject the police station. Clearly that would be a conflict. And clearly the mayor had been a supporter, as well as Council President Chilton, of the police station from the beginning. Started out with the police station that was twice as high, which even the mayor began to call a Taj Mahal, and it's now been shrunk. And it is time to give up this dog. The priority for the city needs to be police staff, not a station on a location that is never going to get approved. And concentrate on getting the staffing that we need to have a police force, not a building. The building is not what makes a good police station. It is in fact police. We need to hire immediately about 4 cops to stay at enough police to have 24/7 coverage. Ask the police chief, he will tell you that. In fact, we've cut a position, and I still don't know where the funding for that is because I think it was approved, but apparently they haven't hired somebody. That needs to happen first. And later on, you can revisit the police station. Now is not the time to do that. And certainly, if there is an appeal, it shouldn't be done by the city. It should be handed directly to LUGA. I also want to comment about David Rosengard, who's going to be appointed today. I have the same objection to him as I did to his wife, who was applying for city council, with the exception that, and I have done a public records request for his application to the planning commission. I have not gotten it yet because apparently everybody in public records is gone. But hopefully when I get that back, I'm hoping that he did not provide false information on the application and that he listed his address in Scappoose. But if in fact he listed his address as a St. Helens address, that is false. And while I have no issue with him being in Scappoose and on the planning commission, it is not a requirement to live in the city to be on the planning commission. I do have an objection to him lying about where his residence is. And if in fact he put down his residence as St. Helens, where we all know that he has not lived, that is disqualifying for him to be on the planning commission, and he should not be allowed. For some reason, I believe that we should have honesty among those people that are on our boards and commissions. And lying about your address is sort of a fundamental thing that you shouldn't be lying about.
Any other visitor comments?
Nick Helmick for the record. Well, thank you all for being here, and Mr. Hubbard, congratulations on your appointment. Super excited. I've heard great things about how you were able to get the planning commission kind of cohesive, so to speak. And I also wanted to say thank you to Mr. Scholl for showing up to the overdose awareness event at McCormick Park. I think it was great that you showed up. Just your presence there, I think, made a lot of people more relaxed and understanding that everyone battles addiction, and we shouldn't judge, addiction kind of like the same way we don't judge cancer. And so thank you so much for showing up there. Lastly, I'm not sure if anyone's heard, but there's Nightmare on 4th Street this year. I will be participating in that as the priest because I got, I guess, the looks for it, and doing fake weddings and real weddings. So if anyone has a real wedding that they want to do and have in Halloween Town. I'm an ordained minister, and I'd be glad to marry any couple that wants to do it. I've done 3 so far. 2 are still married, so I'm still above the national average, so we're doing all right, as long as they make a donation to the charity. I think we're still figuring out the charity that we're wanting to do. So yeah, just thank you all for being here, and that's it. Hopefully I was the quickest tonight, so have a great night. Thank you.
Any others?
I'm on Zoom.
On Zoom? Okay, approved and authorized for signature, 1 extension to agreement with St. Helens Marina LLC related to monitoring city docks and waterways and enforcing local ordinances. 2 amended billboard sign ground at least with meadow outdoor advertising. 3 contract with Molly Matchak. I hope I did that right, and I apologize if I didn't, for janitorial services. 4 contract with Emery and Sons Construction Group for progressive design build services for replacement of 2.0 MG reservoir. And 5 First Amendment to TFT Construction Inc. contract for a build of the Columbia Boulevard Public Improvement Construction Project.
Make a motion to approve or authorize for signature line items 1 through 5.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve and authorize for signatures 1 through 5. Any discussion? Not hearing any. Council President Chilton,
Aye.
Mr. Sundin.
Aye.
Mr. Gunderson.
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Appointments to city boards and commissions. Appoint Lacey Tolles to the Parks Commission and Trails Commission, Parks and Trails Commission.
Make a motion to appoint Lacey Tolles to the Parks and Trails Commission.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to appoint Lacey to the Parks and Trails. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Mr. Sundin.
Aye.
Mr. Gunderson.
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard.
Aye.
No, aye as well. Appoint David Rosengard to the Planning Commission.
I make a motion to appoint David Rosengart to the planning commission.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to appoint David Rosengard to the Planning Commission. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Sunday.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard. Aye. And I'm as well. All right, consent agenda for acceptance. 8 library board minutes dated July 10th, 2023. Parks and Trail Commission minutes dated August 14th, 2023. Planning Commission minutes dated August 8th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to accept the line items 8 through 10.
Second that.
The motion's been made and seconded to approve consent agendas 8 through 10. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sunday.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
I will abstain because I wasn't
Yeah,
privy to that.
that's a good call. And I'm an aye as well. Consent agenda for approval, council minutes dated August 16th, 2023, and 12 accounts payable bill list.
Consent agenda for approval items 11 and 12.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve consent agendas 11 and 12.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Okay. And then I'm an aye as well. Okay, work session items from earlier. I brought one to it. It would be a parking permit for Resonate for two handicap parking over in across from the movie theater. And I think we should be able to accommodate that as a city council and just go ahead and authorize their churches from 10 to 11 and then they're out of here. So it sounds definitely reasonable to me. I talked to Daniel after our meeting and I said I agree with the council and it's a council decision. But I'm pretty sure that it sounds like a reasonable request. Yeah.
I was on the planning commission when they came to us for conditional use permit. So they're, as he said, they're illegally there. It's not so. They came to the planning commission, went through the process, and we gave them that.
Appreciate that explanation. If somebody would like to make a motion for two,
I'd love to make a motion for
Second,
two parking permits.
okay, then we got a second, Council President Chilton,
Aye.
Councilor Sunbeam.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard, and I'm an aye as well.
Sorry, who made the second? Who seconded?
Oh, Russ Hubbard, Councilor Hubbard, you finally got his first second. Okay, now we're gonna do council member reports, and I'm gonna go with Council President Chilton.
Hi, guys. I have my London here with me. So we're at home right now. So for our report, we're just gonna say hello, and mom's at home doing her number one job. Yeah, that's right. And she's talking. I just wanted to take the time to welcome Russ to the council, and we're happy to have another member, and he's already bringing a lot of his insight and knowledge to the council just in today's work session. So I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
thanks.
Councilor Sunbeam.
I don't have a lot to report on. Again, welcome Russ, and thanks for your willingness to serve and for being here, lending your expertise and your time and talents. So appreciate you.
Thank you. Councilor Gunderson.
I mean, what?
None.
Well, I would give you a report on the planning commission meeting, but I'm not going to at this point.
Perfect.
I'd like to welcome you, Russ. I think you're gonna be a great addition, and I hope things go well.
Yeah. Councilor Hubbard.
Well, I seem to have given up one position in the planning commission, but it went to midnight a few times. We spent a lot of hours. I really appreciate everything that we did on the planning commission, and I think but I'd like to bring more of that into council and show the work that we did there and that we pay attention to all their efforts. So, but thanks for welcoming me, and I'll try and give you my 2 cents.
I know you will. Appreciate that. Yeah, and again, welcome. It was nice being there for the swearing in with you and your wife and your son. So I appreciated that. Got a lot to, actually got a letter here that was sent to me by a gentleman named Jamil Roberts. Dear Mayor Scholl, I'm writing you to express sincere gratitude for the outstanding services your police department provided during a recent motor vehicle accident on the 15th of September 2023. We are grateful the alert and fast acting officer from the St. Helens Police Department spotted and detained an intoxicated driver who attempted to recklessly flee the scene of the accident, causing chaos and panic. Officer Colton Edwards, his partner, and backup responding units moved quickly and made an arrest. We are grateful for their rapid response. We were equally impressed with the fast response from the men and women of the Columbia River and Fire Rescue. Michelle and her team provided quality care and showed my wife great empathy. We are so very grateful for the help we have received. Jamil Roberts. And he gave his address, but I just thought that was really and I got another anonymous email, and I do want to apologize for the interview process of the counselors. That I did laugh at one of the interviews, and I think it was just overtaken with what I was hearing. And I just want to apologize. I don't know who they sent it anonymously, but I want to apologize for my behavior for laughing in an interview about another member. So definitely want to, that's not who I am, and I just want to set a good example. So yeah, we have a lot going on as a city. We're going through a lot of growing pains right now. There's been some huge accomplishments though with grants to our rec program. With the school district, that we continue to build that relationship. With the waterfronts moving forward, we got an update from our public works today. We've got a lot going on as a city. You know, what I can say to one of the comments, and I think I can speak this in general because it is to date, and we were advised by our council we could, is that definitely I am in support of building a outdated police station that is 50 years old, that is 2,200 square feet, that we had multiple meetings on. All this has been public record, and so I can speak on this. That Mr. Preheim is not off track in saying that I am in favor of building a new police station. They deserve it. There are men and women who, the clear example is they protect and serve our community, like what I just read. And their house is smaller than most of your guys' houses currently is, 2,200 square feet. No guys and girls. And these are just all facts that was, a lot of work had been done around this. And, a lot, there's endless possibilities, and I would just say that, as a community, we always seem to come together. And, there's always a little bit of a divide, there's always a few disruptors out there, but, like I say, is we always come together and find the right solution. So I continue to pray about that and move it forward and take the high road and not get caught up into the mudslinging, but because it does happen. Politics is a necessary but brutal business. And it has gotten a lot different since I've gotten here. And it continues to happen. So if you're out there and you do pray for this council, that it does come up with the right decision. We have the church here today. I believe in God and country, and that's just my fundamental right. So, we have a lot going on. Our community deserves better. Okay, that's what I know. We deserve this. So I'm willing to always fight for the underdog. And I'm always going to fight for what I believe is right. And that's just who I am and who you elected as mayor. So that's what I have. With that, we are adjourned.